Hi, it's Jakob from Vision, and we talk today about pike fly lines. So if you're choosing your new fly line for pike fishing, just make sure you watch this so you have the right line for you. We have with Vision the Grand Daddy lines and the Pikemaniac lines new on the market. We have a short head and we have a little bit longer head. This is more or less the main difference. What we do have is the Grand Daddy line. We have it as an 8-weight line, as a 9-weight line, and as a 10-weight line. And of course we do have different sink rates. So here we start with a floating line. No, we start with a floating line here. We have an intermediate line, a sink 4 line, and a sink 7 line. So you can actually go through all the different depths of water, and how you can actually just calculate it just for yourself. It's not really accurate, but if you want to fish, let's say on 4 meters of water, you can use a sink 4, or let's say till 4 meters of water. If you want to fish between 4 and 7 meters of water, you can use a sink 7. So you can really use the sink 7, which is more or less, or which is just giving you the sink rate of the line, but you can also use this to identify the depths where you want to fish, at least for yourself, as a little clue. And this counts of course for still water, because in a running water like a river you do need a little bit quicker sinking rate, depending on where the pike is standing, of course. So the nice thing about the Grand Daddy lines is we have here quite a short head. So it says again here 85, which is giving us the number of the head. So the head length, it's 8.5 meters, so it's quite an aggressive fly line, which really helps you to get a lot of power or energy into your cast, into your fly line, so it really turns over nice and with heavy flies. So it really turns nicely over with heavy flies. So this is a fly line you can really use for heavy and bulky flies. You can also see this by the tape of how it's designed. It shows you that there's a lot of that the taper is running out quite shortly, which gives you a lot of power into the line, which is getting transported into the fly. What is really interesting about these fly lines is that we use with Vision this sliding density system. And sliding density system tells us, let's explain it here with the sink 4. This is explained in the shop as sink 2 to sink 4 fly line. So we have a sink 2 running line, and the head ends with a sink 4 section. But between the end of the running line and the end of the head, the sinking rate is just increasing constantly. So, and this is with all our fly fishing lines, of all our sinking lines like this. And this helps that our fly line is kind of falling this way down to the streamer. And we do always have the best contact to our fly, which really ensures that you have way more hook-ons than you would have if you would just have a plain sink 4 head. So always keep this in mind. This is really, really important if you want to have a good connection to your fly. On the other hand, we have the Pikemaniac fly lines. We also have here different sink rates. We go from slow intermediate to intermediate, I think sink 3 and sink 6. And also here we have the sliding density system. These fly lines do have a little bit longer head. We are having here 12-meter head, which helps us to transport bigger flies also over a longer distance. So it's not that aggressive. It's quite a heavy weight by the AFMA class if you just look at the grams. But it's a really nice fly line for making casts, long casts with big pike flies when you have the room for it. So let's say you fish from a boat or from a belly boat where you have a lot of space behind you, or you would fish, let's say in Rügen when we go wading for pike. The slow intermediate fly line like this one is just a perfect fly line for this territory. And these fly lines, the Grand Daddy fly lines, they will help you more if you are, let's say, new to pike fly fishing and makes casting easier for you. If you do polder fishing a lot, where you have small and tight spaces where you want to present your fly, then this fly line would be your choice to go. So in general, just choose one which is good for your needs, and then you'll be really, really well equipped with pike fly lines.